the Spirit Sessions podcast. I'm your guide, Katie Silcox, bringing you your weekly self-love soundbite. Join us, where I'll help you find your true spiritual home, where every single aspect of you is holy ground, holy ground, holy ground, holy ground.
This is a Spirit Session podcast with Katie Silcox. Venga chicos, empezamos.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hi everyone, Katie here. This podcast is intended to inspire you, educate you, and most importantly, support you on your journey towards knowing who you really are, that inner self, that inner teacher. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer professional health or medical advice on this podcast. If you are suffering from any kind of psychological or medical issue, please do the right thing and seek help from your qualified health professional. Hello, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. It's your Ayurveda Gal Friday here, Katie. I've got a special shorty for you today. This is a podcast that is really a meditation, and it's a meditation I've been sharing in Shakti School, in my coaching group, in my launch group, in level 2, in level 1, because it's so sweet. And I just wanted to share it with you. It comes, as you will hear, from one of my root teachers is Thich Nhat Hanh, and he talks about the Four Pebbles meditation. And I'm sharing this with you. I hope it can serve you to stay cool, calm, grounded, and who you really are this holiday season. Just a reminder that we are in the throes of signing up women for Shakti School. And guess what? Thousands of women have already gone through our program. It happens once a year. It's happening in January. And now is the time to sign up. If you haven't done it, we are less than 6 weeks away from the big party, January 14th. I think it's the 14th that we start. I should know. So hey, I know you've heard the ad before, but I'm going to preach this little sermon. Our school changes lives. So if you're ready for a year from now to be really different for you, you should come. You should come to level 1. You should come if you know about Ayurveda and you want to learn the feminine form of Ayurveda. You should come if you can't pronounce the word Ayurveda and you just want to feel good. You want to feel better. You want to be with nice people who cheerlead you and inspire you and uplift you. And especially you should come if you feel like you want a place to sit and be and discover who you really are underneath all the noise. That's our job. That's what we do. We've been doing it for almost a decade, and I hope you're a part of it. Enjoy this meditation. Hello out there. So I'm going to actually guide us through a short practice today. And this practice comes from a teacher that many of you will be familiar with, Thich Nhat Hanh, who's one of my favorites. So we're going to sit and just take a moment to find in this meditation a nice, long, neutral spine. We're going to begin by allowing the mind to connect to the inhalation. And as we do all the time, just feeling that the inhale has this capacity to expand the body, but we're going to take it to a different level today. I want you to actually become aware of the feeling of what it feels like to breathe in. Let your awareness travel along the fabric of the inhalation, millimeter by millimeter, as if you were tracing a piece of silk. And in the Krishnamacharya tradition, it is said that the little bumps, the little gaps, the little breaks, the walls, the jumps, the tensions we feel on the inhale are stored emotion. And if you've ever been in a relationship with anything outside of yourself, you understand that when you tell people not to feel, that doesn't stop the feeling. And the same thing happens with our breath. When we see, feel those gaps, those tensions, those little wobbles on the inhale, the answer is to not try to stop it or fix it, but to just see it and open to really experiencing it. And as you breathe out, the exhalation is the way the body calms itself, letting go, surrender. The inhale is a gathering, an opening, an expansion, a taking in of life. And the exhale, that process completes itself as we allow all that energy to settle within. And so just take a few more rounds, particularly mindful today of the inhale and what lives on your inhale. And if there's anything on your inhale that's something other than just pure pleasure, we know there's content. We know there's contraction and solidification and stagnation, and that is not bad news. It means you're human and you're still on the journey. And then imagine you're holding in one hand four tiny pebbles, any color, any texture, any size, just four small pebbles in one hand. And pick up the first rock and pull it to the other hand and hold it there. Imagine that you can hold that pebble in your hand, and this pebble in this tradition represents a flower. And as we move through life and we age, our flower begins to wilt a little bit unless we consciously attempt to stay fresh. And so you can imagine yourself as you breathe in like a flower. And as you breathe out, you can say to yourself, fresh. As you breathe in, flower. As you breathe out, fresh. And when we say fresh, we mean the way that a child's eyes light up. The reason we all love babies is because they're fresh, they're new. There's no wilting yet. And within all of us, we have this capacity to renew, to be fresh again, no matter what age we find ourselves with today. One more round, just inhale fresh. Exhale flower. And then taking the next second stone in your hand and placing it in the opposite hand. And you can sit the first one maybe down and on your lap and take that second one. And this represents mountain. Even the shape of our body is that diamond, strength, stability, steadiness, stable mountain mind. We are all capable of strength, of stability, of incredible bravery, courage. And Thich Nhat Hanh says, if you are in a boat with many people drowning, if just one person can maintain calm and strength and stability of mind, it calms everyone else. And so feel inhale, mountain, and call upon the stability of your own being. Exhale, stable, strong. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, stable, strong. Good. And then letting that pebble sit by your side and taking the third stone in your hand, moving it to the other one. This one represents water. Water is fluid, water is adaptable, water is flow, but water is also the substance through which other things can be reflective. Before we had mirrors, we had lakes and ponds. So feel that you can imagine in your mind's eye this beautiful, crystal clear mountain lake. It's a cool, cold night. The stars and the full moon are out, and there is not one gust of wind. It is a completely still night, and you can fully see the stars and the moonlight perfectly reflected on the lake. And if you were to take a picture, it would be hard to see what's the reflection and what's the true moonlight. This is what happens to all of us every single day. When our mind is distracted and confused and fearful and angry and scared and sad and lost, it creates waves on the lake of the mind. It ripples, and the moonlight is not as it is. We cannot see reality as it is. We can only see refractions and reflections of our chaos and confusion. But as the mind stills, we're able, like that water, to see the true nature of everything and everyone. And that's the goal of Shakti School. And so just breathing in water, breathing out truth, breathing in water, breathing out truth. And the last stone, you can begin to place that one down and pick up the fourth, placing it in the opposite hand. You can even feel the smoothness of that pebble in your mind's eye. And the stone represents space, Akash, ether. In Ayurveda, space is the essence of love. Love is space. Love is freedom. And so you can sense this big night sky full of stars, and you can imagine that beyond the small planet that we find ourselves on is this limitless galaxy and infinite space. You can breathe all of that space in. Inhale space, exhale freedom. Inhale space. Exhale freedom. Inhale space. Exhale freedom. Good. And when you're ready, you can just deepen your breath and just start to open the eyes and notice the room and notice yourself and notice how maybe just this short little 10-minute practice may have changed just the way you feel, the way you see things. A big special thanks to Kevin Carlisle of Goodbye Gemini, who wrote this beautiful podcast music, and to DJ Juan Pablo Jimenez in southern Spain for mixing it and making it magic.